Okay. My name's Mrs. Sheets. I work at Evans Middle School and at the high school, and I'm a technology coach there. And I get the fun job of helping kids with their technology projects.
You know Mr. Eden?
I do. So what we have here are some of the tools that you're going to get to see today and play with and use. And to kind of introduce that, I want to talk to you about some vocabulary first. Have any of you ever heard of chroma key?
No.
You know? Okay. Anybody want to take any guesses what chroma key is all about? Chroma key are the fancy words that the producers and the directors use for green screen special effects. Have you ever heard of green screen? Yeah.
But yeah, it's on the news.
Yeah, they do use it on the news. Great. Have you ever heard them say blue screen?
Yeah.
Not as common, right? So, some of the tools that we see here, we have a green sheet and a blue screen. Do you have any idea why they would use green and blue? What are so special about those colors?
Well, one of them is green, the other one is blue.
Right?
The one that is green is for like how they use it on the news for talking, and then for special effects, and then the blue one's for like a big blue-black background.
That's a pretty good guess. Any others? Any more ideas? None? Okay, so if it was pink, do you think it would work as well?
No.
What about orange?
No.
Tan?
No.
Brown?
No.
Why?
No. Because they're different colors.
They are. The important part about the colors, though, is that if they were pink, orange, brown, and tan, guess what would disappear?
You.
You! Your skin would become invisible. But I don't see anybody in here with blue skin. And I don't see anybody in here with green skin. Blue and green are not going to interfere with your skin tones. They're not going to make your skin look funny. And that's very important, right?
I want to have a green shirt. Green shirt go on the inside.
Does anybody have a green shirt on underneath their Emmanuel shirt today?
I have a blue shirt on.
That could be fun.
Because it'll make half your body disappear.
You've seen this before, huh? Okay. So I have a few different video clips to show you today. They're only about 3 minutes long each, just to kind of show you what kinds of things can be done with green screen special effects. The first one is from Stargate Studios, and you're going to recognize some of the scenes. And someone had to borrow my speakers, and so you're going to have to be really good listeners for this, okay? This one, the talking isn't quite as important. The next video clip is. So let's see a few examples of real-life green screen special effects. See if you can recognize some of these scenes from the movies. What I like about this clip is it shows the before and after. It shows how they really made the scenes believable. They're tricking us on TV every single day. I love this scene. It's my favorite. Wait for it. Oh. And this is the best part. None of it was real. She's just walking towards stickers and glass.
So they're making us see fake stuff on the news?
Yes. All the time. Anybody ever seen this episode where Meredith Grey almost drowned?
What?
On Grey's Anatomy? Watch, wait for it. Boom! All of that was done with a computer. What do you think was fake here? Huh.
The train.
Yeah. Look at that, they're using lots of pictures. What is so awesome about this is every one of these scenes was in somebody's imagination. Because they're not real. Somebody got paid to come up with these great ideas and to make you believe that they're real. Wouldn't that be a cool job? To take anything from your imagination and make the world believe that it's real. Some of it was real, but not all of it. What a cool job that would be.
That's fake.
Part of it's real. The crowd is real, and they put in the stadium behind it. This was from a crime scene show. So it would be so cool to have that job, to make your imagination believable. Anything you could dream up. Now this next scene, this is the one you have to be a really good listener for, because they interview the people that made the movie Titanic. Have any of you seen it? Okay. They're going to show you how they made what they call the $1 million scene. The one where they're on the front of the ship and they feel like they're flying. Right? And they're going to talk to you about how important that scene is in the making of this movie and how they did it. So I'll do my best to have my volume up, but it's going to be a little harder to hear without my speakers.
We call this the $1 million shot. Not only because it
What?
but because for Jim, it really sold the reality and the beauty of Titanic. We were going for a full-on helicopter-type beauty shot to cap the scene, because it was very important to the story that we see the ship in broad daylight in all its glory.
If you didn't appreciate the ship, you couldn't appreciate the sinking. So you had to appreciate it in the terms and the subjective terms that people felt about it before they knew they were on the Titanic. You know, it both celebrates the ship and it celebrates Jack's character at the same time, which is what I really love about that scene. It just makes it seem like the idea that you're going to die, that disaster and doom are coming, are so far away and so impossible to conceive. And if you don't start from that place, you'll never understand what it was like to be on the ship.
So the question was, how do we do it? Where do we start? We put Danny and Leo on a turntable in digital domain, and the turntable had a slight camera move, exaggerated the moves when we're coming off of it. That was all done against green screen, and they were then composited onto the model of the ship. And as we pull back to a certain point where we couldn't move the camera anymore, they transitioned from live people against the green screen to the CG computer-generated characters. We then had to add all the other elements to the shot. Computer-generated water, digital smoke, digital birds, a digital flag flapping in the wind at the stern. Motion captured digital people to populate the ship. And wake elements shot off of real ships manipulated digitally were all combined with our large-scale miniature shot on a stage. Pulling the shot off took pretty much every visual effect trick in the book, and a few we had to develop ourselves. A lot of these methods are now commonplace in the effects industry. It really was a key moment in the film, both in terms of exuberance of the voyage and the proof of how all the different effects techniques can come together to convey the emotion and tell the story.
I love that clip because you get to hear how... Yes. So did you have any idea that one scene they call the $1 million scene had so much fake stuff in it? Did any of you have any idea? You did? Well, I just love that you get to hear that from the producer's point of view. And you get to see the tricks of the trade and the behind-the-scenes action, right? And that all goes in to making you believe the story. But sometimes things can go wrong. And this little clip, I just love. It's so funny. It's about what KK mentioned. Sometimes things go wrong with green screen special effects. It can go wrong. Let's see. We went offline earlier, and and we had trouble, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think it's
I
offline.
think you. Yeah.
So,
We're offline again.
what?
Okay, let's see if we can reconnect.
Fix it.
Try again, kiddos. This is the second time we've had to reconnect because my Google Docs just keeps going offline. And watch the lady in the green shirt. Remember, we talked about what happens if you're wearing green.
And the outside is
The blue one.
See if you can figure out the moment that she figures it out. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
you think she knows yet?
No.
What part of the set do you think is their green screen?
behind right there. It starts off with the green and then there's a.
Isn't that fun?
It'd be fun to like have like.
Well, that's good fun right
I
there.
was around you. That was one where that was the part like
I love that scene
That's funny.
because it shows you that that happens to real people all the time, even if it's their job. So one of the things that she could have done, since she was in a green shirt, is they could have been using a blue screen that day.
Yeah.
And if she would have been using a blue screen, she could have kept her green shirt. What I like about this screen here is that it's blue on one side and it's green on the other. So if I have a student that comes to me and they want to do a special project and they didn't know they weren't supposed to wear green, guess what? We can still work, right? But,
They can't be wearing blue.
right, so I have that and I can work with it. Whoever comes to me, we can work with it. All right? So,
Yeah, the
today's session talks a lot about creativity and being able to use special tools to make other people believe your story, right? Well, all these great places. Stargate, you saw some real video clips from some of their fancy movies that they use. But where do they start?
Yeah.
How do these people learn this stuff? They can learn it when they're your age. Evans Middle School uses it.
my sister did. She used it.
Briley's dad's used it.
Yeah, but
I
didn't
know.
what do you think we're
So it's really quite easy. And you just need some simple equipment. Right here we have a green screen that Mr. Eaton donated. We have several of these for Liberty Elementary. We have one at the high school all the time. And we have 10 of those pop-ups at the middle school.
but what if somebody wears a pair of blue shorts and a shirt that's green?
That day we might have to ask him to come back another day. If you wear a black shirt, you're golden. Black looks awesome in green screen movies. Just saying. Okay, so in this scene here, you see the green screen cloth behind the girls, right? But look at the table. That's a party tablecloth from Walmart that we bought for 50 cents. Oh yeah. My daughter, Ashlyn Sheets, what goes to Eisenhower, she's made one of these in her basement using party tablecloths from Walmart. 50 cents. But they do reflect a little bit of light. Sometimes they get a little shiny and it becomes a problem. So your light has to be just right if you're using tablecloths like that. But we put the tablecloth over the girls' table that's in front of them, and then look, we could shrink them up and put them in a fake news set. Yeah, that is so cool. You want to see just a little bit of their little movie?
Yeah.
Okay, just a little bit of it. This was their final project for their disaster unit. They even made the sign on the front of their desk. So you can put in original artwork. See the banners across the bottom? They had a little music in the beginning, right, to make it believable. Now, what I like about this is in a moment, they change scenes. I'm going to fast forward a little bit, and they go live on set, and they have an interview right there.
Could someone have saved your father? Yes, but nobody can accept it.
Green and blue is like that.
Well, he chose that background.
Did you bring some pictures to show us today?
He's wearing a blue sweatshirt, so what color do you think we had to put him in front of?
Green.
Yes.
Would you like to show us your
And after the interview was over, it switches back to their sign on the front of the desk, but they do have a live scene at the site of the crash. They chose this background. He's playing another character now. See that? So if you're doing a student project like this, and you're putting in your own original artwork, do you think there should ever be an issue with that?
No.
What about the picture they used with the fiery background? Do you think you have to do anything special with that?
Not really.
We do. We do. Because somebody else owns that picture. Now, if we took that picture ourselves, we could use it, no problem. But there are some things that we have to do when we borrow pictures or we borrow music to put into our special projects like this. We have to first make sure that it's okay to use that. I'm going to show you today how to do a Google Advanced Image Search. And I'm going to teach you how to make sure that the image you chose is okay to use. And then you have to make sure you tell people where you got it at the end of your movie or your project. Okay, so I often recommend for projects like this that before the kids even come to me, they start a Google slideshow. And in that Google slideshow, you want to create a fancy little slide that has all your names in it. Because you want to get credit for being in your project, right? Yeah. There might be another slide where you give your image credits and you tell what websites all those pictures came from. Okay, that'll appear at the end of your movie. And you can make that ahead of time before you ever go to do your filming. And then you can have a separate slide with all of the pictures that you want to use. And all you have to do is make sure that you have that website address in there. Then when you come down to film, you're all ready to go. You have everything you need. It's really quite easy. But you've got to train yourself. You've got to give credit if you had to borrow music or borrow pictures. Does everybody understand?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it make you mad if you had something hanging in the hallways for your art show, and then all of a sudden on YouTube you saw someone else using it and saying it was theirs? That would make you mad, wouldn't it? Absolutely. So if we're going to borrow an image, we have to tell them where we got it. It's just fair. All right? So the tools that you would need. The app that we're going to show you today is called Green Screen by Do Ink, and it's for an iPad. And it only costs $2.99. Bam!
Well, my mom doesn't let me buy apps.
Oh, after you show her this cool stuff, she might loan you $3. Right? Okay, so the app is only $2.99. You need to have a background. We said, hey, you can use a 50-cent party tablecloth, sheets from your bed. Right? I had a student come to me the other day who wants to do claymation movie.
What's that?
You know the cardboard stand-ups that you make your posters on? You can paint one of those green and put it on your tabletop. Okay, so you have to have a background that's either green or blue.
Or you could just paint the table green.
Well, you could. And we use the iPad because Do Ink is an Apple app. I'm sure there's some out there for Android, but Do Ink has my favorite one, and that's what we're going to show you today. So there's a few steps. First, you have to shoot your video. See this? Here's some pictures that I took as those kids were putting together their project. They're just in front of that green screen. We shot the whole video. We shot all the scenes ahead of time, just us in the room. And then we choose the images we want in the background. and we put them in here. You ever seen a wedding cake?
Yeah.
You know how the bottom one's really big, and then the next layer is a little smaller, and the next layer is a little smaller?
Yeah.
The bottom layer is so big because it's got to hold everything up, right? It's what we call the foundation. Here, the background image is your foundation, and you're going to build everything on top of it. So in the app, you're going to put down your background image first, and you're going to put your video on top of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're going to tell the program, now take out the green. And look, that third picture, the background disappeared. And it put those two images together. Order's important. That bottom layer is your foundation. So again, I'd like to remind you, you always have to add a slide at the end of your project to give credit if you had to borrow music or pictures or even quotes in your project. If you had a famous quote or a famous poem, make sure you give credit where you found your information. Kind of like I did here. See this? This is my one slide. Slide 2 of my presentation, there's my sources. Slide 3 of my presentation, those are the sources I used. That looks pretty easy, right? Yeah. I just want to let people know that this is where I borrowed that information from. Very simple. So now it's time to show you how the technology really works. I'm going to fire this up and hope the projector talks to it.
Please wait.
Yeah.
Wait, what? It's an iPad. We do this at school sometimes for robots.
You do?
Yeah, we have to do that on my TV.
Green Screen by Doing. This is the app I was talking to you about. The $2.99 app. And we're going to create a new project. Doesn't look like anything special, right?
No.
Well, let's add an image from our photo library.
Kitty! Kitty!
Let's use that one.
Yay! Oh, I know where that's from. It's from the chalkboard.
See if I can move it around?
No.
I can pinch it and make it smaller, and I can spread my fingers out and make it bigger.
Are you going to put people walking on the clouds?
Yeah,
Cut the boy out.
yeah. I would like that. Okay.
Somebody is standing in the middle.
And then we add in our video. Well, let's make one, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's use the camera. Oh, turn that around. Wait. Huh. Do I have a volunteer? Right.
Dang it.
I'll stand in front of the camera. Do you believe it?
No, I don't believe it. No.
We've already told it to take out the green. Come on back. Oh, wait. Hold on. Go back one more time. Let's record it.
Hello.
Recording in 3, 2, 1. Wave. Come on. Go this way. Come on. Come on. Everybody wave at the camera. Come on. Everybody can have a turn. Keep going. You guys keep going.
Invisible!
Oh my.
I have green hair ties on. I should have worn green. It's so scary. Oh, it's embarrassing. A little bit. Can you add some special
Oh, you're going so fast. We can't see your faces.
Can you add some special effects to make my two halves fall apart?
Okay, good. And now we can
Preview.
save it or preview it.
I want to see it. Success. Can we watch it?
Sure.
I want to see the invisible.
I'll get out of your way.
I don't have green. Actually,
I'm so glad that the shirts they gave us today weren't green.
Actually, I was sure on green.
Well, do you want to see? You want to see if you become invisible?
Yes.
Okay. Here, let me hold down this shirt while you take the other one off. We had somebody that's brave. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's turn off our video and we'll watch. Let
You
you
should
go
put
back
like
up there.
cars so it
Go ahead. He's almost invisible. Almost.
No, it's not like it's Wait, can I try to do something?
A little bit of gray.
Do something?
Let's see if we can make you completely invisible.
You're on the moon. I have floating arms. Hold the boy. Hold the boy. Like hold the boy. Put him in your arm.
So it would be pretty easy to make someone into a floating head. Sure. Thank you for being our volunteer.
Put your hands in your pocket. You're just holding in this.
And hold that in front of your shirt now.
It's black. Oh my god.
It's making a hole.
In her.
In
Put
her.
on your eye. Put it on your face. Makes the boy invisible.
Now notice that some of the light was reflecting off of that post-it note. Did you
Put
see?
your hands in your body. The boy's eating it.
You can do fun things on purpose if you're wearing a green suit then, right?
Oh, I have an idea. My dad has a blue suit. You're gonna try to make yourself invisible. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for volunteering. You may go back to your seats.
Put it on the moon. I can become invisible.
So let's save that. So sometimes that green shirt effect happens on accident, right? But sometimes
It can be fun.
if you're using your imagination, you can make yourself disappear.
Like
Have you guys seen the green suits at Halloween time?
Yeah.
They even cover your face, right? If you were wearing those, you could carry a candlestick across the scene and it could look like it was a haunted room.
Look at here.
Uh-huh. Because you can make your whole body disappear.
We're just doing like
On purpose!
So we had green paint and we painted ourselves.
That's awesome. So I think we have a few more minutes, right?
Yeah, we have like
How about just group picture? Would you guys be okay with a group picture? I would like that. I would like that very much.
Yeah, let's do it on the blue screen.
Wait, no, it's like blue screen.
Put a different picture on it. Yeah, put bouquets.
Let's just go to the camera for now.
Oh,
Okay. Let's put the tall people in the back. Put your shirt back on.
That's cool.
Yeah, you put your shirt back on. Come on up. Everybody in front of the green screen. We'll do what we can to get everybody in. And if it's too many, we might have to do boys in one and girls in another. Or we could do each school,
I
right?
can't see my face.
We could do each school.
Look at my face. You can be seen.
We're going to have to squish. And how about the people in the front take a knee? Oh, we've got some wrinkling over here. Can we squish more?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. Just move my legs.
Can you kind of squat down a little bit?
Squat.
Yep. I don't know. I still don't have green in front of my people on the edge like Levi. I think we've got too many.
I have green on me.
Yeah, I'll try it. We'll take one picture.
We can scooch over.
like 2 steps.
Yeah, that'd be great. Everybody could just take like a baby step.
Right here.
Baby step.
Actually, you're not gonna hide.
Levi, trade places with the gentleman behind you, please. There we go. And everybody say special effects.
Special effects.
Okay, now girls only.
Okay.
Boys, just stand right here. Stay close.
Can I get fabulous notes?
I have people that I can't see in the background. Let's work it out.
You.
We need one more person in the back row. We need to spread out, like in the middle of the green screen.
Middle.
Yeah, that's a little better. Middle row stands tall. Front row.
Oh,
Front row like this. Abby Rogers, there's no green screen behind you. You're gonna have to be in.
like this. Which way am I going? This like that.
Don't lean on the sheet in the back.
You.
Front row, like this. Special effects on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Special effects.
Okay, boys' turn.
You were here the whole time.
Okay, now boys, you were watching. We've got to get everybody squished in. Levi, I can't see the green behind you again. Come to the front. And take a knee. Oh, put yourself right there. That'll work. Okay, boys in the front. On 3, special effects. 1, 2, 3.
Special effects.
Got it.
Can I see a picture?
Yeah, let's start pictures.
Okay.
Our pictures?
All right, kiddos. Let's see. We want to get rid of that.
Put in Mars.
And we want to put in a group picture. Now look what happened. Let's pick a different background, shall we?
Yeah, that looks so funny when you're thinking.
That one. That one.
What the heck? It's just a small picture.
It feels like it's not. Not everyone. Look at green screen.
Yeah, so what's the problem with our big picture?
Not everyone's side.
Thank you for raising your hand. I love that person.
Because the sides on it just kind of are not on the green, or should not be on the green screen.
Right. So if we don't have green screen behind us, it kind of ruins the effect, doesn't it? Our group was too big. So what if we bring in one of the pictures?
Those little girls.
Let's do this one.
Oh, why does my teeth look like that? Why do I look like that?
Now I notice a small problem area right here. Do you see this? Yeah, we have a small problem area. I wonder if we can fix that. I wonder if I can't move our people,
What? That's
or
okay.
if I can pinch
What?
and zoom to get everybody in there. Look at that! I got rid of our problem area.
There's still one problem area.
What's that?
I was not looking at the camera.
You're looking at a plane. It's great.
Oh, well,
We're at a plane. I'm going to save that image.
I was not looking at the
My
camera.
eyes were closed. And it's just like
I don't see you.
And we'll save it.
pictures.
What?
I'm not good at pictures.
Let's see if the boys had a problem area.
They did.
You think they did?
They have all problems.
Boys have problems.
Except they
So
fight.
problem areas.
What? They had a big problem.
You think I can fix it?
Yeah.
Boys have problems.
Boys got problems. Zipper.
Yes.
Okay,
invisible.
me.
No, his zipper is. Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, his zipper is invisible.
We can move your zipper.
No,
Check
it's
that out.
like Darth Vader's like.
We could give them a different background.
Yeah, different one. Lars. More man. Lars. More man.
More manly?
More girly.
Man.
Put him in the girl one.
No.
Put him in the girls one.
Put them at
The lion.
Put
No,
them
no,
at the
no, girlsy one.
You guys have to be afraid.
able to see the lion.
Yeah, we can see the lion
I like
very
how we all
well.
look calm.
Yeah, put him in the girls one.
We all look calm. Put him in the flower one. You guys should be.
Put him in the girl one. Put them in the water. Put them in water. Put him in the kitty one.
No, put them in the water.
Please, in the kitty one.
That's for kitty one. That's for you guys. Oh my God, that's so vicious. No, put them in the Godzilla cat's coming.
Oh, look at this.
God cat. No, we don't feel calm. We look calm. We're
Cute little kitten looks like a tiger when it's all blown up like that.
Put them in water.
Okay. Now, there was a hush in the crowd. Use your imagination. What have you been learning about in school where you could use your creativity to tell your story with cool backgrounds? Could you write your own story and narrate it?
Yes.
Yes. I had some groups at the middle school. They wrote poetry. And you know what? They stood in front of the green screen. They recited their poem out loud. And then they chose an image for their background that went with their poem. Simple. You want to see one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. How else could you use this?
We have a few more minutes. Make it look like you can. You could do like a fake news thing like they did.
They did a fake newscast.
Yeah, you could make it look like you're next to the president.
You could.
Lay on the brain.
We did have a poetry one that was in front of the president. May I show it to you?
Yes.
Okay. Be a good audience, please. I need the cord. Goodness gracious. Give it just a second. There we go.
It's on YouTube.
They even put titles in. They were using metaphors in their poetry unit, and they identified when they were using those. Now they have a different poem.
Who are these kids?
Simple idea, right? For a poetry unit.
Who are these?
It's like the money with Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, because it is.
I just want to know.
Now they have another trait in their poetry called repetition, and they identified using it here. And look at this. They're giving credit.
To you.
And they use music.
They did use music. Well, here comes their credit for their images. What a great job. Here's where they got their music. What do you think? What else could you use green screen special effects for? Talked about poetry, we've talked about newscasts, we've done some silly pictures. Abby?
An action scene.
Oh, action scenes, love it. Could you act out a scene from a book that you're reading in class?
Yes.
Book to illustrate what you've
Harry
learned?
Potter, who guards Quidditch.
What else could you do? Somebody in the back. Delaney, come on, give me an idea.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yes.
Whatever the heck you want.
Whatever you want. I love that. Levi?
You could do a scene in back to school you're writing.
Oh, that would be even better. Using Marvel character?
A book that has no pictures and you like act it out.
Oh my gosh, what a great idea. You're reading a book. You're older now. You're reading a book with no pictures. Act out your scene. You could make your own pictures and put them in the background. You know how easy it is?
Easy peasy.
You take a picture of your artwork with your cell phone or with your iPad, and then it's in the camera roll, and that's how you pull it in. That's right. So on here, to find the images, just one last thing I need to show you, and then it's going to be probably time to go, right?
Yeah.
Our session's over at 9:50, so I have just a moment left.
Can you see my other session?
Just a moment left. Bear with me, okay? This is very important. I'm going to have you guys pay attention to this last step. So, let's get out of do ink and go here.
You can do me. You better watch out what you're doing.
Okay, this is called Google Advanced Image Search. That's very important, okay? From here, and the Google Advanced Image Search, I'm going to type in dogs. Okay? And then, the most important step is right here at the bottom. Do you see where it says usage rights? Right here?
Yeah.
That is the most important part. I'm going to tell it that I want anything that is free for me to use, share, or modify. I can use it, I can share it, and I can change it without getting in trouble. And then, when I hit search, every single picture that shows up here is okay for me to use.
Oh, I like that first one.
Isn't that a relief? You'll still have to tell them the website that it came from,
How do you
but
use advanced image search?
let's say we want the golden retriever. Here's all I do. Are you ready? I'm going to take a screenshot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to hold down this button and this button. Now, in Do Ink, that picture is available for me. I can delete the kitty, and I can bring in an image, and there's my puppy snapshot. And I can resize it.
It's looking straight at you.
You see?
Yes,
It's that easy.
that's the
Google Advanced Image Search. Got it?
That's our big.
I really hope you enjoyed today's sessions. Go forth and be awesome.
Thank you so much.
I gotta go too.
I don't know. It is.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah. That's mine.
Where am I now?
Wait until I go get out.